What's up everyone, China Cycling here. Something a bit different today. So we know these days in road bikes, tyre size is a bit of a hot topic. Everyone's going wider. Some people saying wider's faster, some people saying narrow's faster. So today at the bike show, I'm going to go around and ask some industry insiders what their opinion is and what size tyres they're rocking on their bike. So yeah, let's go find some people to ask about tyre width. Okay, so one person who's definitely qualified to talk about this is Sosun of Wheel Lab, his Korean wheel brand, because the guy has a PhD from Seoul University in mechanical engineering and aerospace engineering, so he knows his stuff about wheels and aero and everything. So these days we see a huge trend for people going wider and wider tires on their road bikes. And, you know, there's articles coming out that say we should all ride 40mm tires on our road bikes. What's your opinion on the road tire size?
I know that the trend is hot, and then also I tried many roads in Korea and Australia and many countries. But I think that the optimal width depends on the road surface and then the rider power and also the rider weight. So we cannot just judge that there is one unique optimal thing. So I think in Korean roads, for our test with my body, that optimal is the 25C front, 28C rear, and that the measured width should be like 27.5 and 29.9, about that. And then for that, the optimal rim width itself depends on that size. So yeah, it depends. And in the roads like in UK or Australia, I think the best is the internal width of 24-25 mil and then 28C front and 30C rear.
Okay.
For the aerodynamics and also the rolling resistance and comfort and ride feel, everything.
Okay. Yeah, so I think you answered it right. I think the first thing when someone wants to buy a new wheel set, they should actually think about tires first, right?
Yeah.
And then once you have your tire that you said for your weight and for your power, and you know the width of tire you want to run, then find a rim to match that. So in your wheels, you say in Korea 25 front, 28 back. Which of your wheels is best for that?
Should we have two widths, internal width. One is 21. The other is 23. Then 21 is for the absolute data, absolute fastest rides, races. But 23, it is related with the ride feel, because it feels like faster. It means that you are willing to ride more. That we can be a strong athlete by using that kind of wide internal width. But in Korea, if the width becomes more than 25 millimeter, the decrease in the rear speed becomes huge. So we cannot sell that kind of too wide thing in Korea.
And like you said earlier, it depends on your power because the speed is important, right? So because rolling resistance, you double your speed, the rolling resistance doubles. But aero, you double your speed, we've got exponential drag. So
about 8 times.
So if you're riding faster, the aero becomes more important than the rolling resistance. So guys like you who are very fast, 25s all the way. So we were talking as well yesterday actually about this, and like the World Tour teams, many of them just seem to be riding 28s and 30s now, even when they go to Dubai or the Middle East or wherever they're racing, perfectly smooth roads, and they're still riding around on 28s and 30s. So you think they're giving away speed?
Sure, for sure. But but even though the rear speed is lower, the speed that the riders feel by the sound and everything, how the wheel and tire reacts to our pedaling, it makes me feel fast. But the real number will be the opposite.
Cool. But you said for you personally, front 25, rear 28. Okay, cool. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
So now I'm here with Declan. He's a product manager over at Tavello and Pertrol. And just to get some more opinions on what do you think about the width of road bike tires for road bikes these days?
其实针对赛车运动员来讲的话，我觉得胎的选择它是要根据路况，甚至湿度啊、温度，还有就是比如说像雨天的情况下去选择轮胎，而不是说直接一味的就选择更宽的胎。其实更宽的胎有时候会给我们带来负面的效果了。
Okay, so for you yourself, what size tires are you using on your road bike?
因为我在中国，然后我们的路是非常平，然后道路状况也比较好，它没有很多那种石头路或者碎石路。那我的轮胎的选择，我经常选择的是25宽度的胎，然后再有一些比较路况比较复杂的路，我会选择28的胎。
Okay, and so when using 25s, what internal rim width do you think is best for 25s? And how about 28s? Do you think there's a big difference for the rim width?
我觉得内宽它是会影响轮胎的充气之后的宽度的，所以说呢，如果说要让整个轮组的空气力学要做到很好的话，它就必须要考虑到外部的宽度，而不是一味的增加内部宽度而不考虑外部宽度。其实这是需要一整套系统来配合，轮圈的内外宽需要配合，轮圈内外宽和轮胎的宽度也需要去配合。
Cool.
然后也要考虑到安全的情况，有时候你太宽的内宽用太窄的胎，它其实变成的是一个椭圆形，它的接触面积就没有那么大，它其实会让你损失抓地力的。
Okay, I agree. Cool, thanks for your time. Okay, so now I'm here with Tim Chung, who's been a cycling journalist in Taiwan for like 4 years.
Yes.
He now works for SYB. He's also a super fast racer that I know of, fast guy. So I thought I'd ask you, like, these days we're seeing more and more people get wider and wider tires on their road bike. What do you think about that? And what size tires do you think is the fastest? And what size tires do you use?
Okay, so I think the first time there are lots of more wild tires nowadays in the road bike, because before is 23C, now 25, and then 28, now more and more to 30. Yeah, but I think the much faster, the faster tire I think is 28C.
Okay.
For me I think.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think this will be the common sense and normal things for the people to choose, because a lot of people want their riders to be much safer.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to downhill and then turn around, and the wider tire will get them much safer.
Okay.
I think. But for me, on my tire I choose 25C.
Okay.
But I think this problem is because my wheel is black ink,
Okay.
black inks 48 and 558.
Okay.
So, and his wheels, when I put 25Cs on it, but it will look like 28C.
Okay, yeah.
So some of my teammates, they choose 28C, but when they put on the black inks, they will see like 38,
Okay,
30C.
Okay.
So you think it's similar?
Yeah. And so what kind of racing do you do most? Like crit racing or road racing or hill climb racing? What do you find yourself doing?
For me, I do much more about the criterion
Okay.
and hill racing.
Okay.
Yeah, but about the climbing will be not that. That will be nice.
Okay. So for you, maybe grip is important. How about the road surfaces where you ride? Are you usually good road surfaces or not very good? Or
I think it's a good road racer.
Okay. So for you think 25 is the fastest?
Yeah, for me.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah. Of course, the footage of the Taipei Bike Show is brought to you by pandapodium.cc. What is pandapodium.cc? It's my website, my team's website. We go around these bike shows, look for all the best bike parts in Asia and give you a reputable place to buy them. So if you've not been there before, make sure you check out pandapodium.cc. Link in the description. Okay, I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend, GP Llama, Shane Miller. Talking to everyone go around the show, talking to industry insiders about road bike tire width.
Yes.
So let me know, what are you seeing down in Australia with road cyclists? What widths are people running and what widths do you run?
Wider. So I grew up racing, even though I started racing later in life. But 23 mil, 120 psi, rattling along. I think my bone density is good because of that. We went to 25s, that were great. We went to 28s, so they were pretty good. 30s and 32s are what we're seeing. I ran a set of 32s over on my Aspero at the Tour Down Under this year, out on the road. Absolutely brilliant. I really would not go back. So I've got a giant 2019 TCR that only takes at 28, which is disappointing. Bigger. So bigger on road, 30s to 32s. Me personally, 32s. Or on my bikes that I love, they're at least 45s because I'm on the gravel bike.
Okay.
But for road, 32.
Tubeless, I assume?
Absolutely.
What pressure?
That depends. You have to pull out the calculator
Well,
and do all the science and things. For
You're
me,
like 78 kilos?
yeah, 78. That's pretty good. I run depending on the terrain, which is usually pretty crappy tarmac back home. On the road bike, I think it's 55 front, 56, 57 on the back.
Okay.
For a set of 32s or 30s, so pretty low. But yeah, gravel bike is where it's at.
Okay. Thanks for your opinion.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay, so I think that was a bit surprising, huh? Most people, the faster people maybe, saying 25 mil is still what they go for. So, which yeah, is opposite to what you see in a lot of the media these days, I guess. So yeah, the plot thickens. I guess we'll have to see. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what size tires you're running on your road bike and what you think of the whole situation. Is wider faster or is narrower still king? Anyway, see you next time. China Cycling out.